Greetings, everybody. This is being filmed on September 23rd. This is the intro for Day 2 of Horrorhound Weekend. However, I'm starting it with something that I really wish I didn't have to do. As today is September 23rd, legendary actor Sid Haig passed away on Saturday, September 21st. So, I met Sid Haig at a convention. I wanted to share a few stories that I had with him. The first one was, we were at this convention. I met him. He was $30, and everybody else around him was like 40 or 50. So this would have been, I want to say around 2011, 2012-ish. And someone asked him why he's so low, and he said he's too old and he didn't want to fucking change. When I got up there, handed him my money, he goes, "Sit your ass down, I'm too fucking old to get up." And again, this was in 2012. So, didn't think too much of it. Had him autograph my Devil's Rejects DVD insert, which I still have somewhere. And ended up going to bed, not thinking too much about it. Next day at the restaurant in the hotel, he was in there having pancakes. My dad goes up to talk to him, and got a chance. I go up to talk to him, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Can't you see I'm eating my fucking pancakes?" And I go, "Okay, I'm sorry." I go to walk away, and he goes, "I'm just fucking with you. How are you doing?" So just two memories of Sid that I had that I thought were kind of funny. He was wearing I can't remember if it was Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpses shirt. I'm pretty sure Devil's Rejects shirt. And the back said, "Everybody fucking dies." I do wish I could have seen Sid more than that one time. But I guess, even according to Rob Zombie, his health had been deteriorating for a while, which is why he's not in 3 from Hell a whole lot. While we're on the subject, sorry for that meow, that was Sundrop. While we're on the subject, 3 from Hell is coming out on Blu-ray. There will be a Scary Jerry's review on it, and it will be probably the week that I get it. So, wanted to give you that heads up. And so, with that being said, the other part that I want to address is something that I didn't do in the first part, so I'm doing it here in the second part. This is also dedicated to the memory of Melinda Collins. Melinda had a memorial booth at Horrorhound. We did not take any footage of it because I was worried that it might be seen as exploiting her passing, and I really don't want to do that. I do want to share a few memories with her that I had of her. So, first Horrorhound I was ever at. She was down in the lobby area of the hotel, the first one in India, I should say. And I got a picture with her, not really knowing who she was. I had gone to the one in Ohio, but wasn't really paying attention. Well, when I had a seizure, Melinda was the first one on scene that year in Indy. After that, we became friends, and every year she was the first person I saw. She would give me a high five, give me a hug, or just chit-chat with me in lines, whether it be Horrorhound Ohio, Horrorhound Indianapolis. And every time I saw her, she always took time out to say hi, took time out to get a selfie with me. So, this was the first convention I have been where she wasn't there. She passed away due to seizures in her sleep earlier this year. This is the first convention without her, and it was very weird. And with that memorial booth, I will admit I started to cry and had to leave because it got to me. There was a picture of her and I together, and it means so much to me that that was up there. So, this is going to be more of a somber intro, and for that I apologize. And I'm kind of tearing up a little bit now because Melinda and I would talk every once in a while, be it when I was depressed or if I had seizures or stuff like that. So again, this episode dedicated to the actor Sid Haig and dedicated to a awesome kick-ass security guard in Melinda Collins. I miss them both. So without any further delay, here is Day 2 of Horrorhound Weekend.
Go away with sharp-ass wit. You think you're
I am here with Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, that works.
He does Chump Change Variety, if you haven't seen it, which is my favorite show of any of that I've ever seen.
For sure.
And he also does these little kind of art of, I think they're Frisch's Big Boy.
I do Frisch's Big Boy, and I do Cupid dolls.
And Cupid dolls. So, how did you get started?
With the big boys.
Yeah.
I just love the cheesy, iconic look of the big boy. Like these, and I start with, somebody brought me one of these. So I'll start with an actual bank, and then I'll like destroy it, take off the big boy, and then I'll make whatever it is they're holding. I've got a whole box of hamburgers at home. Just so you know.
So, how did you get started with the Cupid dolls?
The Cupid dolls, Cupid dolls are more, they're also iconic and weird, and they're easily attainable. So where I live, we don't have Frisch's, we don't have Bob's.
Right.
So I can find Cupid dolls relatively easy, and I can buy box lots of old Cupid dolls online, of various sizes. I'll pick up like an assortment for $5-10, and then I am able to the Cupid dolls are harder though, because I have to fill them with some kind of fill to make them so they're firm, and then they have to be coated before I can do any sculpting or painted.
How long does it take you on average to do a Cupid doll or a big boy?
It really depends on the character. Like I can knock one out in 6 hours, or I can spend a day. But I tend to not. If I'm excited about doing the character, I don't think about the time, and I probably lose a lot of money. But I don't care. It's all about the process.
And if people can't be here at this wonderful event, which is Horrorhound Weekend, how can they get a hold of you? Let me zoom in. There we go.
It's gotta be like these masks.
How long did those take you?
They can take anywhere between 20 hours, and this one here is about 65 hours in it.
Dang.
But if you all of the scales are hand applied. So it's basically you have 4 masks in one, because every single side of it has to be detailed and treated.
Wow. So now my final question for you: will Chump Change Variety come back?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, I just put feelers out. I don't know what the lineup's going to be.
Right.
Chump Change Variety it's a modular show, so it's kind of who is available in the area and who's available for touring, and so I'm able to fit it around. And so then if I have a touring show with dedicated performers, and I'm in a local area, I can pick up somebody for 3 days, and they can be put onto the show. I would like to bring back some of the people I worked with in the past. I miss them.
Yeah.
I've been spending so much time doing art and working in film and television that I haven't had the time to do the live stage show, and I miss it.
Miss it?
I miss it so much. It's such a high to work with live people.
But you are emceeing tonight.
I am emceeing tonight. Yeah.
For John 5 and
yes,
all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Hannah Horror and
Tracy. Yeah.
And they make handmade jackets.
Yeah.
I guess would be the best way to describe it. How did you get started?
How did I get started? So I met Alistair several years ago when he was on tour in the United States. I made him a jacket a long time ago, and it's just been history ever since. So I've been making them for a long time.
Now, how long does it take you to make one of Alistair's?
It's usually a full-time gig, so it's 40 to 60 hours because they're all handmade.
Now, with Tracy, do you make the jackets with her, or do you, because you mentioned that you work with
Dave
Christ,
of Impact Wrestling.
who is a member of Ohio Hates Everything.
Ohio versus
everyone.
everything.
Sorry.
You're fine, you're fine.
So, do you make their stuff as well?
Yeah, this is all of our designs and ideas. The cat, the burning witches, everything. These are Dave's ideas.
Okay. Now, if people wanted to get a hold of you, if they couldn't make it to like a convention gallery, how could they find your stuff?
ScarletandGraves.com, and then we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. just follow Scarlet and Grapes.
How about you?
I'm on HannahHorror.com. My Instagram is Hannah's Horrors.
And is there anything you two would want to promote or anything you're allowed to promote?
Oh, it's any of this stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Here with Freddie Morris of Night of the Living podcast and Guy Who Dies in Diner in
Strangers Pray at Night. Yeah.
Strangers Pray at Night. So I have one question.
Yeah.
As a podcast host,
Yeah.
what is the worst podcast you've ever listened to?
Oh, that's cold-blooded. I'm not going to name names, but I will tell you that like people who don't know how to mic their subjects, where you cannot understand a word that they're saying, that's always the big no-no. That, and then sometimes you have highly produced shows that really have no direction. Those are probably the ones that drive me nuts. But I can't name names.
No, I wasn't going to do that.
No.
You also do Horrorhound Radio.
Yep.
How often does Horrorhound Radio come out?
Well, supposed to be twice a month, but I would say that with running the magazine and the convention, the guys are not super available twice a month. So on a good month, twice a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet, Jerry.
We were all still friends. I mean, the great thing about this is that, we developed this friendship because we were all, the crazy thing is we worked nights for so long. So we would all you work all night, you want to have a beer after work. I don't know if anyone likes a beer after work. So we all liked beer, but we were all kids. And we would come back to David's room and drink beer.
I got decorated it all with day-glow, posters, lava lamps, beads.
Wasn't it called Club Arcade?
Yes. It was insane.
Could we just close the curtain so we wouldn't know it was daytime?
Since 12 o'clock every day, we would just get hammered. And then we were friends. And so during Scream 2, they were doing this big party scene, and I was hanging out. And they're like, walk through the back of the scene. And if I had known how much hype that walk through the back of the scene would cause over the next 25 years, I never would have done it. Where are you in the party? I'm like, I don't know, dude, find it. Scream 3, as they were going into pre-production, I got the offer to play the killer in Scream 3. And the idea of Scream 3 was that, the original idea of Scream 3 was that I had taken a TV on the face, and at the end of the movie you discover that he's been running these high school killers from prison. And then Columbine High School happened. Oh. And then they changed the script. I still got paid.